Biden administration announced a new labor rule that redefines independent contractors. So janitors, home care workers, construction workers, and now truckers could be considered employees rather than independent contractors. 5 News anchor Darren Bobb tells us it's not sitting very well with the trucking industry.
The Labor Department says misclassifying employees as independent contractors is a serious issue. They say the new rule that's supposed to start March 11th is designed to make sure they get the wages they've earned. But Arkansas Trucking Association President Shannon Newton says there are methods in place now to make sure that happens.
If you want to get a job driving a truck, you can get a job driving a truck just about on every corner in Arkansas. And so it's that individual's choice as to whether or not they want to be an employee of a trucking company or whether they want to own and operate their own small business. And this rule would potentially take away that choice.
She also says the new rule will further increase the cost of shipping by truck.
It's going to make the capacity much more rigid, which is going to cause the cost to go up. If you think about a large company being able to utilize owner operators, well, I use the term flex. They can flex the size of their fleet up or down to meet a customer's demand, and so they have predictable pricing in that way. If you aren't able to flex the size of your fleet up or down to meet a customer's needs, then you've got hard costs that are associated with not owning, X amount of trucks.
Newton says the larger trucking firms like J.B. Hunt, PAM Transport, and ABF won't be affected too harshly by this new rule.
They have the resources to navigate what the regulation is, to employ, the attorneys and put this kind of the safeguards in place. But really the companies that are really going to be at the most disadvantage are those mid-sized fleets, those that are operating, 3 or 4 or 500 trucks, because they're utilizing owner operators in order to go after particular lines of business and customers.
Covering news where you live, I'm Darren Bobb, 5 News.
Newton says there is no doubt lawsuits will be filed to keep this from starting on March 11th.